In this video, we'll explore one of the most common mistakes that Next.js developer make. This is a simple to-do app. Here is the to-do and here is the edit icon. Right now I have commented out the delete button that is present here. Let's see the code. I have fetched the to-do from my database with the help of getToDo function. Here is the getToDo function. If you don't know how to build this app, I suggest you to watch my previous videos. After fetching the to-dos, if the length of to-do is greater than 0, I have passed it to the to-do component. Let's see it. Here I have listed the to-do after mapping through it. Right now I have commented out the delete component. Let's uncomment it. Inside delete component, I have passed the ID of the to-do. Here, when the user clicks on the delete icon, I have deleted the to-do from the database. Let's see our app. Right now we are getting an error. Let's see the error. It is complaining that we can't have interactivity in server component, so we have to make it a client component. Let's get back to our code. At the top of to-do component, let's make it client component by placing use client directive at the top. Save it. Refresh the page. Right now the to-do app is working as expected, and the delete functionality is working fine. But there is an issue here. To see the issue, let's get back to our code. Here we have added use client directive in the to-do component. So the whole component is rendered in the client side. But that is wrong, because we could have rendered the to-do and the edit icon in the server and just render the delete icon in the client component. You can just add a simple console.log to see that this to-do is client component. Alternatively, you can use this approach. Click on sources, webpack internal, app, and inside component there is to-do component. So this whole to-do component is being rendered in our client side. To fix this issue, we have to use client directive in the delete component instead of to-do's component, as we have to always use client directive in the leaf node. Let's get back to our code. So the structure of the tree is page.js is our root node, to-do is our child node, and inside to-do there is a delete component. So delete component is the leaf node. So we have to add a use client in delete component instead of to-do component. So remove it from here and place it here. Refresh the page. Now inside the webpack internal, inside app, inside source, here we can no longer see the to-do's component. There is only delete component which is inside to-do's component. Now only the delete component is rendered in client side and the rest of the to-do's component is rendered in server side. So to fully utilize the Next.js server component, always make sure to use client directive in the leaf component.